This is the Above the Corner podcast.
Come on!
Good evening, citizens of Earth.
Let's get it.
Citizens of Earth's origin, or any other planet in the solar system.
Chef Ron and Tay come together to bring you real life experiences. That's right, we touch on everything from life itself, entrepreneurship, family, business, finance, and so much more. We going above it all, baby.
Another job well done.
All right, fellas, let's get to it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Chef Ron, the Great, aka the Corner Store Chef, and you are back with yet another edition of Above the Corner podcast. Listen, man, today is something special. We got a special guest here with us today, as you can see. My boy Tay, your brother Tay, is not here today. He's booked and busy, man. You can't stop a young black man from working. So, you know what I mean? Tay get to that bag. Shout out to Tay. Tay will definitely be back next episode. But I had the opportunity to interview somebody, and I couldn't let the opportunity pass. You know what I mean? So, today we have Manny Payton with us today. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. How you, brother?
All right. Glad to have you with us on the podcast today. You came all the way down from New Jersey, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's where you're from, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on. You know, how your upbringing was in New Jersey and all of that.
I had a pretty good upbringing in Jersey, you know. Triple middle class, I would say, you know.
Okay.
We never really had to, you know, beg for too much, you know. Work for it, earn it, and, you know, you get it. We're coming down this weekend for a combine for our soccer, so that's what brings me 6-hour drive down here.
Okay. Explain to the people what a combine is for soccer.
Pretty much we're gonna be pretty much like a showcase matches for in front of the scouts and agents, showcase for your, you know, the skills, talent, and abilities that you have to possibly get signed into a pro team. So that's what the combine is gonna be about.
And this is soccer, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you were it's safe to say you were a star student athlete coming up, right?
Yeah, more of the athlete part than the student part, but yeah.
Okay. You guys won a championship?
Yeah, we got a Coaches Cup, and we also won states.
Okay.
In high school.
Did you do any traveling with soccer, like out of the country or anything like that?
Yeah, I did a lot of traveling. I played with the U.S. ambassador team over in, we played in Amsterdam. I won the Golden Boot Award in that tournament, and we also finished second place, the only American team to do that, so that was pretty cool. You know, we traveled pretty much to the East Coast just for club soccer as well. So, yeah, I did some traveling playing soccer.
That's dope. So, what part of New Jersey you from?
South Jersey, East Hampton.
East Hampton, okay. So, to my knowledge, you had an older brother, correct?
Yeah.
And your older brother was in the streets, he was into, you know, from what I'm hearing, you know, gang banging, selling drugs, going to jail, using drugs, et cetera.
Yeah.
How important was it for you, being that he is your older brother, how important was it for you to not be influenced by what he was doing and to take your own path and do the right thing and not follow in his footsteps and do the wrong thing?
It was pretty important to me. Dad always told me to learn from other people's mistakes, and we actually grew up in Martin Highway. We had a house full of teenagers, so I kind of grew up as a young kid around, surrounded by teenage girls and teenage boys. So it was always like a struggle trying to figure out, you know, what I shouldn't be doing. And then, you know, once we moved out in East Hampton, it was just me and my little brother, pretty much. And then, you know, older brother would be around sometimes. But it's very important just learn from his mistakes, you know, see what he's doing, and, you know, just don't repeat what he was doing. And I had a good father figure who, like, hey, probably shouldn't be doing what he's doing, and, you know, just learn from the mistakes, you know, seeing what kind of bad situation you put yourself in, and then, you know, hey, I don't want to be in that same situation.
Right. Good. And that's good to know. You know, we want to promote nothing but positivity here. And, you know, we want to tell the kids that might have an older brother or something like that, you know, you don't have to do what your older brother or your older cousins or your uncles or even your dad may be doing. It is okay to be different. It is okay to walk a straight and narrow line. So when you coming out of high school, you had a chance to go pro, correct?
Yeah, I did. I played at Wilmington for 2 years, and then after that,
Wilmington University.
Yeah, Wilmington University.
Okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't really. The school thing, I was burned out with school. I just didn't want to do school. I just wanted to focus on playing soccer, and I was tired of school, so I left Wilmington to go play pro, and I played over in England. I did some training with Manchester United, and I came back over. I played in the USL with Los Angeles Blues for a little bit, and then it just really, I don't know, if just the coaching staff, it just really didn't take off from there. So I came back over to Jersey, and I played with what was that? I think that was Hershey. I played a little bit with,
Okay.
and out of that, just kind of just fell out of love for it. I don't know if I was just burned out from it or what. It's a lot of different politics around here for soccer. So
Right, I can imagine.
So I just kind of fell out of love with it and just kind of just let it go to the wayside at that point.
Okay. So it's safe to say that pro didn't work out.
Nah.
Okay. So how take me to your mental place, because obviously you have a love and a passion for soccer, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So take me to your mental state of basically, that's the equivalent to, a young man maybe wanting to go to the NBA and he making it that close but don't make it. Take us to the mental state that put you in, let's touch on how it affected you and how it affected your mental health.
Mentally, it was a bombshell. I don't know. I haven't really experienced that kind of failure at all in my life. I mean, for me, not hitting any of my goals or any of my markers is an absolute utter failure. I don't care how close I came to it or a little bit ahead of it. If I don't hit the goal 100%, it's nothing but a failure to me. So mentally, it was hard mentally. I was lost for a while mentally, honestly. To be honest with you, I was lost for a while. And, I got into some bad habits that were outside my characteristics, staying out, partying, going, things like that. It was outside my characteristics to do things like that. That was just at my lowest I've ever been mentally. And it was a while before I came out of it. To be honest, I really just started coming out of it, maybe 2 years ago. And
this is, so how old are you now?
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah. That was like 23.
Wow.
23.
Wow. So that definitely it's stayed on you for a while then.
Yeah.
Okay. After the going pro didn't work out, you say you fell into some bad habits, you fell into some bad mental state. You ventured off into entrepreneurship after a while?
No, actually, I went to the Army National Guard, and just because I figured the best way to start to rebuild yourself was just to completely break yourself, break all mental attitude, and the best way to do that was to join the Army.
Right.
Because that's the whole point of joining basic training. They're going to break you and rebuild you to something better, supposedly. So that was a good starting point, a good rebuilding foundation for rebuilding my life and getting back to where I wanted to be.
Okay.
So I joined the Army National Guard as infantry, and then coming out of that, I graduated basic training. I was feeling really good. I was feeling like I was starting to get back to where I was, but it was just something that was something that was still just missing piece of me. Something that was just still wasn't right. Still wasn't sitting right with me. So.
Right.
And then I'd say after about. When I came back from basic, probably about half a year or so after that, that's when I started entrepreneurship. I started a mobile mechanic shop out of the back of my truck.
Okay.
So that's when I was like things started to get your groove
back.
Yeah,
Okay.
Started to feel things again. And I
Okay.
started to have some kind of emotion and passion about something again. That's when entrepreneurship really started.
Okay. And you actually, you went from your truck to an actual brick and mortar.
Yeah, I would say probably about a year later after working from the back of my truck, driving to customers' houses, then I went to actually got an actual shop location.
Okay. Let's touch on, because I know personally, let's touch on the stressors and the mental health of being an entrepreneurship. How did that affect you?
At first, I had a very mental attitude with things from basic training, so it was embrace the suck.
Right.
So the challenges, I love the challenges because it's all right, fight this battle, no problem.
Right.
Next battle, no problem, knock it out. But after a while, it starts to. I'm not a people person. I'm just dead honest. I'm not a people person, and I love working with the cars, love working with the parts, and the cars can give me all the heck they want. But as soon as someone starts giving me a problem, it's like I can't deal with people.
Right.
And then I wanted to bring in some people that help me deal with that. And for some reason I just couldn't get the right group, or I wasn't leading them the right way. So maybe it was a mixture of both. I wasn't getting the right group of guys. I wasn't leading the right way because I'm a very tough person. So I'm gonna show you tough love. So, if you're not doing the right thing, I'm gonna let you know about it. You do the right thing, or you're just doing your job, you're probably not gonna get a pat on the back. You're doing your fucking job.
Right.
I'm sorry for cursing, but, if you're doing your job, okay, you go above and beyond. All right, cool, good job. I'll give you, some recognition, but, I'm just a tough character. So I don't know if it's probably a mixture of everything. I wasn't leading the right way. My tough character and then not really having really a business sense of how to run the business, but knowing how to work with cars. It's probably a combination of all that where it started some troubles, say 2 or 3 years into it.
Okay. So you ended up letting the brick and mortar go, correct?
I did. I moved to a bigger location and trying to make the bigger step sooner than it was, and again, a combination of the wrong people, trusted the wrong people, and other people who, someone who said they were going to be in with you, the financial partner said they're going to be in with you, and then all of a sudden you get the bigger place, things start moving, all of a sudden the person backs out, you kind of get left holding the ball.
Now you suck. Yeah.
You get left holding the court, so it was, start, like I said, poor choices, and then trust the wrong people, and not finding the right group of team to work with, and not being able to work with other people really started to hinder me.
Right. Yeah. So all my entrepreneurs out there, you're not alone. The stress is normal. The mental anguish is normal. It's not a normal lifestyle. You understand? I go through it. The depression sets in, the worry sets in, everything. Look, you just gotta keep pushing. And it's okay to walk away. It's not for everybody. If you gotta go back and get a job, go back and get a job, because this is not a field for everybody to be in. So you transitioned back into sports, correct?
I did, yeah. It's actually my nephew Emmanuel. He was like, hey, she started playing club soccer in high school, and he wanted me to train him. And I started training with him. But the things I was telling him to do, it's like, I'm telling him to do it, then I was like, I couldn't do it myself, so I was like, all right, well, hold on. I need to go back out and start working out and training and get my skills back before I go try and, go the whole practice what you preach.
Right.
I can't tell him to do something I can't do.
You're not doing it, yep.
So, I was like, all right, well, man, I can't train you for a week. I got to go out and work on and get my stuff back. And actually just from training, working my own, and then training my nephew, I started finding love again for it, and then realizing, like, holy shit, it's all still there.
Right.
And then,
it's like riding a bike.
Yeah. And then what really set off was I did a, just for Chicks and Eagles, I just did a combine where it was just like, your 4-yard dash time, your vertical jump time. And I think in Wilmington I was running maybe like a 4.32, 4.35, 40. And
that's pretty damn fast, right?
Yeah. And then I went out and just ran a 4.3 flat without
no training at all.
No training, just from 6, 7, 8 years of not playing soccer or any real sports. So doing that flat out, I was like, oh, it's still there.
You still got it.
So it's like, it's still there for a reason. Let's put it back to use, see what we can do, make with this.
Right.
So yeah, that's how I got back into it.
So currently you're playing soccer, as we said at the beginning of this.
Currently I'm playing semi-pro, and about to make some moves to go pro here.
Okay. What team do you play for currently?
Philadelphia Lone Star.
Okay. And this is safe to say three levels below MLS?
It's what was that? I think it's fourth tier.
Okay. That's what's up. So along your journey, you've become. It's safe to say you've become. Would you consider yourself? Because you found God recently, correct? I mean, He was always in your life from what you told me, but you really dove deep into it. Is it safe to say that right now you would consider yourself more religious or more spiritual?
Nah, definitely not religious. If you gotta put a title to it, I'd say spiritual, but for me, I would say more of a child of God. For a reason why I don't use the word religion. Religion's so corrupted and convoluted, but nowadays it's like you find some of the most prejudiced people in religion, most judgmental people. So it's like just not put a title. I don't want to put a religion on it. And for me, I take a little bit from each of the traditional religion senses and I make it my own.
Right.
I have my own personal relationship with God. So that's the most important thing. I mean, you don't need a religion to have a relationship with God. I think that's probably the biggest confusion everyone has. They think they gotta be Muslim. They think they gotta be a Christian or whatever the heck it is, or Jewish. You don't need that religion. All you need is the Bible and 15, 20 minutes a day. Just read the Word and have a personal relationship with them.
Yep, and You know, I preach that every single morning, Monday through Friday. You put God first, everything else gonna follow. So, yeah, man, listen, I think we pretty much touched on everything, you know. Do you think we left anything out?
Not really.
So,
Yeah, we got it.
you know, to those of you that don't know, most of the people watching this, I am the older brother that we were just speaking about. This is my younger brother, Manny Payton. So, you know, I have never done this. I want to do this publicly. I want to give you your flowers while you're still able to smell them. Even though you were the younger brother, when I couldn't seem to get it right, you couldn't seem to get it wrong. And even though, like I said, even though you're the younger one, for many years I always looked up to you, and I appreciate you for, you know, when I took my transition from the streets into living a normal life, you were there to help me with that transition. And I looked to you for guidance, and you basically showed me, you gave me a roadmap to get my life right. And I truly appreciate you, and I love you for that, my brother.
Yeah, I love you too, brother.
So, yeah, we're going ahead and close out. Yeah, listen, man, thank you once again. I keep telling y'all, thank you for the likes, share, subscriptions, the comments, everything. Y'all got the algorithm flowing. This is, like I said, we just trying to take this podcast somewhere awesome. We trying to take it to new levels. Like I said, my brother Tay gonna be on here next week. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Let's shout out to God.
Put God first, man. Put God first. Listen, man, my shout outs this week, I want to give a shout out to Miss LaShann over at Queen's Creations. She got some of the best desserts in the 757. She got the cheesecake stuffed apples, candy apples. She got the cheesecake cup. She got all the types of cakes, all the cheesecakes. Everything is all crazy. I want to give a shout out to Chef Leah. She's the owner and operator of Payton's Place 2, one of the most famous chefs out here in the 757. She's been booked by all types of celebrities. She's been flown out to the other sides of the country. I mean, she stayed booked and busy. One of the best chefs, one of the chefs that I looked up to when I started my career and started my journey. I also want to give a shout out to Chef Maisha Moore. She is the owner and operator of Country Cuisine, City Country Cuisine, LLC. She's tearing up the streets in the 757 over here on our side of the water. I'm sure she's doing her thing over in Norfolk and all that over there as well. I just want to give a shout out to these three ladies. They are definitely paving the way for all the new up-and-coming chefs. They definitely paving the way for some of the established chefs already. They doing their thing. I appreciate y'all ladies. Thank y'all. Listen, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Above the Corner podcast. Listen, man, if you do better, you do better. You get with a chef in a blue sweater. Above the Corner.